really big one, possibly, like this and Star Wars, kind of neck and neck for being influential to just general nerd culture, and that's Aliens.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Space Marines, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
So James Cameron at this point had done Terminator and Piranha 2. Like nobody was, he had like one under his belt and everyone's like, all right, what's he gonna do next? And he jumps on the back of Alien, you know, which was like one of the most successful like sci-fi movies up until this point. So he had like pretty high expectations and he knocked them out of the park.
Killed it.
And he did it in a really interesting way, because if you watch Alien and then you go to Aliens, it's almost like they're not the same.
Yeah, they're different genre, completely different genres.
The aesthetic is obviously there, like the practical effects and the sets are beautiful and like totally in line with the kind of awesome, gritty, lived-in sci-fi world they want to make. But yeah, it's the Space Marine stuff. It is an action movie of incredible proportions, but it still retains the tension of Alien. It's not a horror movie, but it's still, there are moments where, like when Newt and Ripley are sitting in the med bay and they lost the gun because it was taken away and they're being attacked by the facehugger. Like that scene is straight up alien horror.
Yeah.
It's incredible. For the most part,
and
they get to shoot them in the face.
Yeah. Which is important to do that, but how they shot people in the face and maintain all the other things, I mean, what you said about how they feel tonally so different, I don't think that's, it cannot be overstated what an accomplishment that is, right? Because when you think about it, think of applying that idea to something modern today. If there was a movie you loved that was super atmospheric, very kind of paced methodically and kind of cerebral in its horror, and then you said, yeah, the sequel gonna have tons of guns and shooting.
Yeah, right.
You'd be like, get the hell out of here! Don't touch this thing I love.
No, it shouldn't.
And yet it worked.
Really shouldn't be that good.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It had no business being that good.
But it is that good because it still has human elements. Like Ripley wakes up to find out her daughter is dead. Like she just never got to meet her daughter. So she has this daughter Cypher in the form of Newt, who she wants to protect, and is so likable and weird for the audience that when she goes missing or bad things happen, you relate to Ripley in a way that is like really poignant.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of the magic of James Cameron, is he's able to make these big, quote unquote, dumb action movies, but inject them with life.
Well, he really commits to it. Also, Sigourney Weaver, I think early on was really wary of this because she wasn't into guns. Like she was very like anti-war. And the thing we sort of forget about, the Vietnam War was not that far back in like the kind of national memory when this came out, and it kind of hones in on that without like beating over the head with it, but like the whole kind of like the Wuha Marines in
painting
space,
stuff on your helmet.
Exactly. I mean, like, you know, Born to Kill, that kind of stuff. Like it's very familiar. Like the Space Marine dropship looks a lot like an Apache Huey. Like there are just these kind of familiar like elements just in both the literal language and the visual language. And they're going to this foreign place where they don't know what's going on, and like there's this kind of half unseen enemy that they can't really make sense of, and like you know, that played well with with the kind of public's perception of it.
Yeah, it really did. It's a great example of how both action movies, sci-fi movies we already know for sure, but even how an action movie can serve as a really thoughtful allegory for something a little bit more serious.
Yeah, totally. And even and you mentioned Star Wars before, and I think the Alien, especially Alien and Aliens, did so much for not only film but video games. I mean, so if you know, we wouldn't have Metroid without Alien, but we wouldn't have without Aliens, we wouldn't have Halo, we wouldn't have Gears of War, like literally any of these ideas of a bald Space Marine. StarCraft, seriously,
like Duke Nukem,
Duke Nukem,
I mean, also just the pulse rifle. You know,
like, that sound. I can hear it right now.
And Power Loader, they have a robot fight. Like she gets in a robot and she fights a big monster. Right? That's incredible. That's wonderful. I love it. Perfect movie.